All right, everybody. You know, I, I do, I, I have a lot of esoteric, mystical beliefs. I do, but at the end of the day, I want to live my life by reason. I do. I want to live my life by reason. Um, and not any voices in my head or any evil, mystical shit that causes death and pain. No. At the end of the day, I am responsible for my own actions in this life, and not any voices in my head. Not any voices in my head. Me, and me alone, am I responsible for. But like I've heard about the arguments from the Muslims about the Promised Land, right? Because the Jews were promised some land by Moses, right? The Jews were promised some land by Moses. And the Muslim argument is rational. It's rational and it's logical. From what I hear, right? And again, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know the entire Muslim argument. And the Christian argument is just stupid. But the Muslim argument is that the Jews they like that promise of the promised land was already given to them. Right? The promise of the promised land was already given to the Jews. And they transgressed against their Lord. And Islam is the new voice of the Jewish God. And so it's a pretty solid argument. It's a pretty solid argument. There's one problem with it, though. Like I was reading about this prominence and stuff, and I'm pretty sure like the Promised Land was from the banks of the Euphrates into Anatolia. Like if you look at the empire of David. Like if you look at the Empire of David, like it never reached half the size of what was promised to the Jews. It never reached half the size of what was promised to the Jews. I could be wrong. I'm pretty good at math, but not geometry. Like damn, that's my weak spot of math, geometry. But I'm pretty sure the area that was promised to them has never, ever, ever been controlled by the Jewish people. And so therefore, logic dictates, because you have a good argument, but the facts prove you wrong. The facts prove you wrong. Like the Jews have never, ever, ever controlled the area that was promised to them. And therefore, the prophecy has yet to be fulfilled. And but it's like damn, it's like damn, it's like damn, it's like damn. It's like I live here in the United States, and the majority of the population is living on less than like 5% of the land. Um, like um, like they talk about all these finite resources, but like if we started to live underground, if we started to live underground, then oh my god, we could fit trillions of people on this planet, trillions. You know, it's just we live in an environment where scarcity of resources is used to justify hatred between good men throughout the world, um, and generate fake profit by generating scarcity. You know, but like scientifically speaking, logically speaking, like damn, we have enough resources to easily fit trillions once we start to live underground safely. Um, Even if we don't live underground safely, we could probably still fit at least a trillion people on the above ground of Earth. No, we could, and it's only eugenists and war profiteers who tell us different. Um, and those that serve them, the scientists and engineers that serve them. Um, hmm. No, there's plenty of land. Like for all the people that are alive today, like what, like we were at 10 billion, but like we've recently learned that the world is contracting, and so what are we at, 7-8 billion now? I don't know, but we're contracting rather than expanding, because like they used to tell us about overpopulation scares. Oh, overpopulation, and we are overpopulated because we're being corralled into all these badly managed cities. Like I was on a farm not too recently, and damn, nature's abundant. Like if you can successfully grow some crops, then those crops will just keep giving to you, and giving to you, and giving to you, and giving to you, and giving to you. Like nature's abundant. Scarcity is artificially created in order to produce fake profit and fake praise. Totally fake praise. Mm. The fake praise you see in the Book of Enoch with the chief devil. And the chief devil, he's the master of fake praise and fake condemnation. I mean, it's like ultimately, power is in the hands of the producers, and that's just the truth. power is in the hands of the producers. And the whole of human existence is about the concentration of production in a few hands. Whether we're talking about monarchy or republics or democracies, it's all the same. It's all the same. Like you were made in the image and likeness of God, and who was God? God was a creator. He was a maker. He was a producer. And he alone benefits from the value of his creation. He doesn't work for anyone else. God ain't no bitch. He alone profits from his personal relationship with you that he so desires. Because because that's what makes eternity worth living. That each day is new, and that no day is the same as the last. No, I talk a lot of shit about that motherfucker. I do. But he doesn't take it personal. He pities me. No, he's a good God to serve. Because he will never calculate you or judge you, unless you judge him or judge yourself. Then he will be forced to, because he is pure.